Most of you were at the crime scene, but reflecting back on December 7, 2010 at approximately 4 p.m., St. Lucie County deputies responded to 6405 Oleander Avenue in reference to a welfare check on the owner of the residence, an Ashley Paulo. A caller to 911 reported not having any contact with Ashley Paulo since around Thanksgiving. Responding deputies found no one at the home. Further search of the home and the property revealed a decomposed body within a storm shelter behind the home. On December 8, 2010, an autopsy on the body identified it as Ashley Paulo, and the cause of death was due to manual strangulation. This death was ruled a homicide. In the subsequent investigation, a search of Ashley Paulo's financial records revealed that checks were cashed by Michelle Lockridge, an employee of Ashley Paulo. On December 3, 2010, Michelle Lockridge attempted to cash a check for $1,250 at a SunTrust Bank in Port St. Lucie. The bank did not cash the check because the signature was not consistent with Ashley Paulo's signature. A follow-up interview with Michelle Lockridge revealed that she last saw Ashley Paulo November 26, 2010. That was the day after Thanksgiving. She returned to the Paulo home on Monday, November 29th, and stated Mr. Paulo was not there and she assumed he was in court. She stated that the $1,250 was paid to her in advance for her work week, and when the bank did not cash the check, she did not return to the Paulo home. The investigation determined that Michelle Lockridge had a live-in boyfriend, Thomas Bernard. An interview with Thomas Bernard revealed that he spent Friday evening, November 26, having dinner and drinks with Mr. Paulo at his home. He also drove Mr. Paulo home and drove Mr. Paulo's car, a Mercedes-Benz, back to his home, returning the next day to the Paulo home to return the vehicle. There, he and Mr. Paulo had more drinks and smoked marijuana together. Thomas Bernard admits returning to the Paulo home with his girlfriend on Monday, November 29th, and finding Mr. Paulo missing. At no time did either Michelle Lockridge or Thomas Bernard become concerned enough over Mr. Paulo's disappearance to call authorities. Through further interviews with Michelle Lockridge, Thomas Bernard admitted to her that he killed Ashley Paulo on Sunday, November 28, 2010. He admitted that he had choked Ashley Paulo in the front office of the home. When Michelle Lockridge returned to the Paulo home on Monday, November 29th, she saw what she believed to be the Ashley Paulo body rolled up in a blanket in the home. In addition, the office was in a disarray as if a struggle occurred, and a dried, thick red substance was on the floor. Our investigation revealed that that stain was consistent with blood. The reason Thomas Bernard gave for killing Ashley Paulo was that Ashley Paulo was going to report Michelle Lockridge to authorities for stealing from him. Thomas Bernard also stated that he and his girlfriend wanted to take over Ashley Paulo's business, and this would be a great way to do it. Thomas Bernard was reported to have used liquid lightning drain cleaner, an acid to pour over the body in an attempt to dispose of any evidence. Our investigation revealed that Thomas Bernard did in fact purchase 3 bottles of liquid lightning drain cleaner on November 28, 2010, with confirmed telephone records confirming his whereabouts, buying the chemicals, and returning to the Paulo residence. Last night, Thomas Bernard was arrested for first-degree murder in this case, and Michelle Lockridge remains under investigation for her role in this case. And we'll open it up to any questions you have that I might have not covered for you. And then we have the full investigative team here that worked day and night to solve this mystery, and we're very proud of their hard work. Well, initially I reported this guy did not have many friends, that he did have a lot of disgruntled clients. However, our investigation seemed to center on these 2 individuals because they were employees of his and reported to his home 5 days a week to work.
So he worked out of his house.
Correct.
Was Michelle and the boyfriend like paralegals or something, or were they also attorneys?
They were not attorneys. I think she did clerical work and he did handyman work around the house.
So how could they like take over his business by killing him? I mean,
Good question.
If you could characterize, I mean, this crime here, it seems to be, you know, pure greed, or was it something else, the motive, and was this a shock to investigators, the lengths they went to try to cover up?
Yeah, I think it was a shock. It was pure greed. We're assuming that they had something to do with that $1,250 check that was initially cashed. In addition, it was revealed that Paulo was suspicious of them stealing from him already. And we're attempting to confirm some credit card purchases as well as some other purchases that they incurred before his death and after his death.
this other guy that's blacked out, I guess, is co-worker of Thomas Bernard, saying that, I guess, telling you guys that Thomas Bernard told him that Lockridge wanted Bernard to kill Paulo. I mean, do you believe that, or?
We don't think that's exactly the way it happened, but you can see that Bernard was very in-depth about how he did it, why he did it, and all of those facts were confirmed through our investigation. That's what we believe. He strangled him from behind, first with a pillow, then by hands around the neck. He is quoted as telling one of his co-workers it took 8 minutes to actually take the last breath out of this guy by choking him. So he was pretty in depth with his description of how he did it and how long it took, and then that he went out and bought this drain cleaner as an acid to remove some of the evidence.
So this is sort of a whole pretty bizarre thing altogether, considering that the guy who murdered his mother in Port St. Lucie almost killed Paulo, and your deputies came to the rescue at the last minute.
That is correct. But we couldn't save Paulo from his own employees. Thank you all very much.